Hello, welcome to another Dominion 6 Mod Nation showcase. Today we're taking a look at early EA Alee, Realm of the Fae. I made this nation back in the day for Dominions 4 and now it's updated to Dominion 6. Obviously with some massive reworks because now we have the Glamour path, which is very appropriate for this nation. In Dominions 4 I just wanted to make a size 1 nation. And I decided why not to try some Fae. There are many fairy beings in folklore and other media, so I had no problems coming up with a roster. I decided to use some creatures from Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, so I already had stopped playing that game at that time, and also some indie Fae. So let's take a look at this side. It produces 3 Glamour Gems, 1 Astral Pearl and 2 Nature Gems per turn. The units. The Pixie. You can see it's somewhat based on a Heroes of Might and Magic 3 Pixie. Pixies have 3 attacks. They have a club and a sleep touch. They are magic beings with flying, stealthy, iron vulnerability, that's also new, forest survival and true sight. True sight sees through illusions and glamour. Pixies, despite being small, they are size 2 beings, so due to wings. But their stat line is quite poor. 5 strength, 5 hit points, or very high magic resistance, because they are magic beings after all. Pixie Archer. They have 3 attacks: Dagger, Sleep Touch and Short Bow. And they also have the same stats. They are stealthy. Almost everyone is stealthy here. This nation is probably very annoying to fight. Spriggan Warrior. I think they have basic natural protection of 5 and also leather cap. They wield Spriggan spears that deliver weak poison. Unlike the pixies, they are not flying and well, wait, I have to retract my statement about the wings. They are size 2 creatures and not size 1 creatures because it's Dominion 6 after all. And I am very forgetful. Spriggans are magic beings with stealthy, glamour, iron vulnerability, and forest survival. They also have low stats, low strength, low hit points, high protection, but still, glamour is good. Fawns, they are somewhat like satyrs. They have quarterstaffs, spurs, also high magic resistance, but and their stats are slightly higher than human stats. They also are stealthy, forest survival and iron vulnerability. Spriggan Berserker has a Spriggan axe that also is poisoned. It's a two-handed axe. And they also have Berserker, but it's quite tricky to actually trigger Berserker because their HP and protection are quite low. Still, they hit relatively hard. Spriggan Defender has higher stats, has a shield, Spriggan Spear, but still is stealthy and glamoured. Fawn Rager has 2 claw attacks and Berserker 3, but still no good armor at all. Sylphs. They can be recruited anywhere. They have 2 dagger attacks that are weak. They have magic being, flying, stealthy, glamour, iron vulnerability, forest survival, true sight and ambidextrous too. They have slightly higher stats than pixies. Hit points and strength are 6. The skills are high. Magic resistance is 14. And capital only secrets are Spriggan riders. They ride giant grasshoppers. I drew the sprite myself. The grasshoppers themselves are not sacred. Only the rider is. And has all the Spriggan stats. The lens is not poisoned. So that's that. They are actually pretty good. We also have some coastal and other terrain-dependent recruits. In coastal provinces you can recruit Nixies. They have higher stats than Pixies. They do have some natural protection. And they are amphibious. And in non-fort forests you can recruit Thorns. They are, well, archers with poison bows, poison daggers, susceptibility to fire, poison resistance, and they are all stealthy. So literally everyone here is stealthy. And most of them are glamored, but they are quite weak. Commanders. Grig is a size 1 spy, not merely a scout, so that's something good. Spriggan Assassin. An assassin, obviously, with glamour. Spriggan Captain is your basic commander with leadership 100. Nymph is a nature 1 mage with awe 5, stealthy, magic being, iron vulnerability, forest survival, supply bonus and seduction. Pixie Noble is Astral 1 Holy 1 mage with all the pixie stats, but this is a flying leader, so keep that in mind. Spriggan Enchanter is an Earth 1 Astral 1 mage with a guaranteed Earth Astral random and Master Ritualist 1. Spriggan Air Mage is an Air 2 mage with a 30% chance to get another level of air. Spriggan Druid is an Earth 1 Nature 2 mage with a guaranteed Earth Nature random and Beastmaster 2. Grasshopper Knight is a capital only commander with Nature 1 Glamour 2 Holy 1 and a guaranteed Nature Glamour random. They ride slightly different grasshoppers. Stat-wise they are the same as the normal grasshopper riders, but they are greener, and they also have a retinue of 1d6 pixies. Another capital only, slow to recruit. By the way, this one requires 3 recruitment points, and this one requires 4. The Pixie Queen is an Astral 3 Glamour 2 Holy 2 mage with a guaranteed Astral Nature Glamour random at a 20% chance to get Nature or Glamour. She has a rating of 2d6 pixies. In non-fort forests you can recruit Thorn Chieftains. They are just Thorn Commanders. And in coastal provinces you can summon a Nixie Noble, who is a Water 1 Holy 1 mage. That's quite a lot of magic here. Let's take a look at the summons and what? Summons, heroes, artifacts. First, the spells. In Conjuration 2 you can cast Contact Cloud Sprites. That's an Air 2 gem, Air 2 spell. For 3 gems you summon 12 Cloud Sprites. They are similar to pixies, but they have higher stats, and they are ethereal. I think I based them on a Magic the Gathering card. In Conjuration 2, you can also cast Bribe Leprechaun Clan. That's a nature 3 spell for 8 gems. You summon 1 Grand Leprechaun Commander and 18 Leprechauns. Grand Leprechaun is a nature 1 Glamour 1 mage with magic being stealthy, glamour, iron vulnerability, forest survival, supply bonus, fortune teller 10, death curse, gold maker, and summon allies. More leprechauns. And the leprechaun has a slap attack that shrinks the victim, like the gnome summon. In Conjuration 4 you can cast Contact Sylvan Knights. That's a nature 3 spell for 6 gems. You summon 3 Sylvan Knights. They are these nymph riders on fairy unicorns. For some reason here it says that it's a unicorn, but in the mod file clearly says fairy unicorn. See? Fairy unicorn, unicorn. What's up with that? They are sacred, resistant to disease, stealthy, resistant to poison, vulnerable to iron. They have true sight, they're smart mounts, and they have 2 attacks. The knight herself also has recuperation, lance, magic sword, and shield. They're pretty good, I think, but I wish they had armor. I forgot to mention the heroes, so let me interject here. We have 3 heroes. First, the Wanderer. That's a character from Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. She has Fire 2, Nature 2, and an enchanted Elijah tank. I forgot what's her name, Agnes? Or it's not listed here in the description. Then we have the Medusa Sprite, who is Earth 3, Nature 2, Holy 2 mage with snake hair and sleep touch. That's a hero based on a monster from Might and Magic 1. And the Killer Sprite, also another hero based on Might and Magic 1, is an assassin with Dark Power 2, Ambidextrous, True Sight, Dark Vision, and 2 Dusk Daggers. That's it. And back to the video. We also have 2 national items. First one is the Noble Decree. That's a construction 1 item that requires Astral 1. Increase your magic command by 40. The second item is the Fairy Ring. I took the sprite from Might and Magic 7. That's a construction 3 item, Glamour 3, Astral 1. It decreases your mundane leadership by 20, but increases your magic leadership by 80. Also, it gives you a retinue of 2 sylphs and is cursed. The Pretenders. Who do we have here? First, the Fairy Dragon from Heroes of Might and Magic 3. This is the Glamour 2 dragon with fear, fire resistant, flying, iron vulnerability, true sight, inept smith, inept researcher, magic power 1, farcaster, and dragon master, and a dragon fire attack. The Spriggan Enchantress is a Earth 1, Nature 1 mage with magic being, stealthy, glamour, iron vulnerability, for survival supply bonus, master ritualist, and very low new path cost. Sylph Queen has 2 Dusk Daggers, Nature 1, Glamour 1, magic being flying, stealthy, glamour, iron vulnerability, for survival supply bonus, true sight, ambidextrous, and dominion monster summoner. She attracts more sylphs. And that's it. This nation is quite fun to play, but probably not as fun to play against. It also probably requires some game mastery, because your troops are very weak and you need to know how to exploit stealthy flamer, flying and all that, and use all the spells. I do not know how the introduction of the Glamour path has changed the power dynamics here, but it sure changed the flavor dynamics. So thank you for watching, I'll see you next time in Middle Age Alee.